being, how you feel, what they might say. If they say it and they tended to hurt you, they could care less. If you got hurt, you can tell them you offended me, but they could really care less and say, well, I don't care. But there are many times that these people are people that God makes it so that these very people that don't like us and that could care less about us, they have to bless us. And we as humans don't really like that setup because, see, we want everybody to like us. But, sweetie, everybody ain't going to like you, okay? And that's just something you're going to have to get used to and you're going to have to learn to get over. But this widow woman came to this judge asking him to avenge her of her adversary, her enemy. Now, widows in this area of Palestine and around the world were always caught in a difficult place during this time. Normally, the wife of a deceased husband had no legal right to inherit her husband's estate. So, when her husband died, she couldn't take for granted living in his house on his land. If her deceased husband had no children, the estate that she was originally living on would go to her husband's family, the male relatives on his father's side, his brothers, his father's brothers, and then the nearest family kinsmen. If she had grown children, then things would be a little easier because her children could take care of their mother. But if she didn't have grown children but had small children, then she might as well just have to contend for property rights with her in-laws. And if they did not like her, it would be a problem. And in some cases, she might manage the estate to be inherited by her young children as a trustee, but 9 times out of 10, that was not guaranteed. And it most likely did not happen. Now, the Bible does not tell us exactly what was wrong with this woman. It does not tell us the things that was going on with her and her enemy and what was the challenge that was being faced. But either way it goes, we know that she needed help, and she came to this unjust judge. Now, for a while, he pushed her away, but then because of her persistence and because she stayed on the path that she was supposed to be walking on and did her part, he went on ahead and fixed it for her just so that she could leave him alone. If you can continue to do what you have to do and what you are up against, if you just stay on the path, don't go to the right, don't go to the left, and don't give up on God, just God will come through. You just stay on your path. Jesus told the men that if this judge would avenge this widow woman that he cares nothing for, shall not God avenge his own elect? All the drama, craziness that is going on in the world today are the lies, the deceit, the trickery. Shall not God avenge his own elect? All the pain and heartache and unanswered questions as to why these things are happening. Shall not God avenge his own elect? If an unjust judge can give help to a widow woman that he cares nothing for, but he only did it just so that she would leave him alone, can't God answer the prayers of the saints? The saints are crying out for answers, for things to be done, but God will make a way. But you have to keep the faith and hold on and be strong and stay on the path and pray daily. God will help you speedily. He is a right now God, a God of second chances, a God of all types of things. He's in control of the world. He knows we are in need of him, and he's a God that answers prayer. Too many of us, I said us because we all could improve, are not praying like we should. We are always to pray and never to faint in adversity, but pray. Romans 12:12, it reads, we are to rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. You got to know help is on the way. So you got to be patient in your trials and your tribulations and stay prayerful. Ephesians 6:18 reads, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. We got to pray and ask God earnestly and humbly about what we need. For everyone that asks receives, and everyone who knocks, the door is open, and for all those who are seeking him, he shall be found of them. But we got to stay watchful. But as you are watching, please don't be discouraged by what you see. You just keep on praying, and you just continue to stay on your path. Colossians 4:2, continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving. Because I'm assuming we're all constant in prayer and staying on our path, we should be coming into the house of God despite what you see, despite what you know, with a heart of thanksgiving, because you are giving all your worries and all your cares to God. Why? Because he cares for you. 1 Thessalonians 5:17 reads, pray without ceasing. When the enemy is coming in like a flood, pray without ceasing. When your kids are acting up, pray without ceasing. When your bills are overdue, pray without ceasing. Can't get peace of mind, pray without ceasing. When you're on the mountaintop, all the blessings are coming on you, pray without ceasing. Or you're in the valley low, pray without ceasing. In good and bad times, it don't matter what's going on, pray without ceasing. Pray consistently the persistent prayer of faith, and I'm almost done, and stay on the path of righteousness divine. Don't let what's going on detour you off of your path. What's going on the left and to the right of you, everybody may be sinning, but that don't mean you gotta sin. Everybody on your job may have attitudes and be ugly to everybody that come on through, but that does not mean you have to do the same thing. You stay on your path, don't matter what's going on, because it's none of your concern. Stay on the path. Many blessings are on this path. God is a keeper on this journey, and he will walk with you and talk with you on this path. Psalm 16:11. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. In the protection of God and the will of God, you are satisfied. You have all the joy that you need, and he will lead you on the path to everlasting life. On this path, Psalm 17:4-5, what Sister Thompson hit last night. Concerning the works of men, by the word of thy lips, I have kept me from the paths of the destroyer. Hold up my goings in thy paths, that my footsteps slip not. The word of God and the will of God for your life will keep you from straying off of this path. Psalms 25:10. All the paths of the Lord are mercy and truth unto such as keep his covenant and his testimonies. When you obey God and his word and stand fast to what he has said, he will be merciful unto you and lead and guide you unto all truths. Psalms 27:11. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of mine enemies. When you learn the ways of God, you'll want to be led along the straight, plain path so that God will keep you, because many people are going to attack you on this straight and narrow way. Many people are going to hate on you on this path that you are walking on, but you have to stay focused and keep your eye on the prize and continue on down your path. Psalm 65:11. Thou crownest the year with thy goodness, and thy paths drop fatness. Sister Thompson mentioned the fat last night about the enemies being full of fat, being full of junk that was in their trunk. But tonight I'm talking about the fat that God will make plentiful and bountiful for you on this path. If you stay on your path and nobody else's, but you stay focused, God will bless you and make you fat with his goodness and his mercy, and make you plentiful and bountiful into all the things that you need to go through in this life. Psalms 119:35. Make me to go in the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight. When you walk in him and stay with him and walk with him, that's where your delight is. Psalms 139:3. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. God knows all that you do in your secret closets and all that you do in your secret places that you have no business in. So you might want to watch yourself and stay on your path and do what you are supposed to do, the path that God is supposed to be leading you on, and nobody else should be telling you which way to go, but the only God and the author and finisher of your faith. And when Jesus comes back, shall he find faith on earth? Shall he find loyalty to his word? Shall he find persistent and consistent praying saints? Shall he find his jewels stayed on their path, and that whatsoever comes, they will stay on the path? So again, my brothers and sisters, I advise us all to stay on the path.